these state-sponsored media literally made Hindus to shiver to come in terms with that, to come and acknowledge, to come and support the whole cause. On 11th of June 2010, while the hearing of the bail of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the High Court of Karnataka, described in its order, observed that undue media influence against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, it is already mentioned in point 13 of page 12 in the order. You can clearly see a question mark is created amongst the public regarding the image of the sannyasi or the Swamiji. Now, let us understand what is the word subsidy means as per the Oxford Dictionary definition. It means that to give or contribute a sum of money to support an industry or business to keep the price of its product or service low. Now, if that is the case, then what did the High Court observe? The attacks and allegation on the character of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism were actually funded by the media, not sustained by the facts or any complainer or witness who were actually part of the case. The media had no obligation to make any true claim. It was under no declaration of any oath in any court of law, and could any time retract from any of its claim, and had no locus standi in the court on legal grounds. But it had a very prominent influence in negatively prejudicing the judiciary against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Adi-Shaivite minority community. Now, on 3rd of March, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Karunanidhi, he makes a public statement inciting hatred towards the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Adi-Shaivite minority community. Please understand the sequence. So, first they spread hate speech by publishing a morphed video, repeatedly telecasting it for 14,000 plus hours, and creating hate speech in 25,000 plus print articles, and after which, after creating enough hate speech, next the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, the Karunanidhi, he comes and gives a public statement to create hatred. So when the Chief Minister comes and makes openly anti-Hindu statements, it is not only inciting hatred, it is also threatening the public. If anybody dares to support or stand up or voice for Hinduism, you'll also be punished like this. This was published in several newspapers and citing by several media channels. Let's just take a quick glimpse at what the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu had to say on 3rd of March 2010. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu stereotyped and vilified Swamis, labeling them as cheats, imposters, brainwashers, and destroyers of the life of the people. He is actually talking about the Hindu monks, and he has got audacity to label them as cheats, imposters, brainwashers, and destroyers of the life of the people. Can anybody dare to make this comment on other religions, let us say for Islam or Christianity or any other religion for that matter, if any of the preachers of the religion who uphold the values of the particular religion, can any chief minister, especially who's holding power in his hand, make this statement labeling them, literally labeling them as cheaters, imposters, brainwashers, and destroyers of the life of people?
The massive hate speech spread by the state itself, by the head of the state, the chief minister, openly flouting constitutional norms, all legal principles, fundamental human rights, by vilifying Hindu monks, Swamis, in the largest democracy of the world, India, which is, as per the constitution, a secular country, meaning all religions have the right to coexist in peace and harmony. Yet, the majority religion of India, Hinduism, being targeted openly, vilified, denigrated, the heads, the spiritual heads of the religion being labeled as cheats, imposters, brainwashers, destroyers of the life of people, despicable, hoodwinkers disguising themselves in the name of devotion, pushing the illiterate into a deep pit. These are some of the demeaning, defamatory, downright illegal, immoral, unethical words being used by none less than the head of the state and published shamelessly in the print media. That is the state-sponsored terrorism against Hindu gurus and Hindu disciples. This was way back 2010, 11 years back.
The chief minister declared the stand of his government on Hindu monks. He said, "My government cannot tolerate the despicable Swami's hoodwinking acts." This is an open hate speech against Hindus and people who follow Hindu gurus. He even described the practicing Hindus who followed Swamis as people who are deeply buried in ignorance and cannot still understand these, or even if understood, do not want to change. Those fickle-minded people who have fallen prey to these Swamis and destroying the society. So he is openly accusing Hindus. See, Guru Parampara can never be separated from Hinduism. It is always there from the beginning till then, and it will always be there. But here is the chief minister who's accusing Hindus who follows the Guru Sampradaya as fickle-minded people who are, and he even goes to threaten these people as this government won't be a mute spectator of those fickle-minded people who have fallen prey to the Swamis and are destroying the societies. How can Hindus destroy the society? Hinduism has immensely contributed to the world in every field that the humanity needs. Everywhere Hinduism has contributed. How can a chief minister come openly and make this anti-Hindu statements saying that they've fallen prey to Swamis and they are destroying the society, and he wouldn't be a mute spectator? What does this statement mean by he wouldn't be a mute spectator? So is he threatening the Hindus, whoever follows gurus? How can a chief minister without any basis threaten people? Is it not abusing the power? How is this upholding the principles of Constitution of India? And he goes further saying that those who really want these preachers to be eradicated should stand by and support the actions of his government is taking. What is the action that the government is going to take? There is no victim. The complainant does not mention the word of rape, yet the government filed a FIR. So what is the action that the government is going to take on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? Why is he threatening openly in public, suggesting that he's going to arrest and exterminate the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from humanity?
And there you have. Yet again, the onslaught continues. You had the chief minister making these derogatory statements on 12th April 2010. Further, the parent organization of the chief minister, which is the Dravida Karagam, hosted an open press meeting where the leader of this anti-Hindu gang, terrorist militants, one Mr. K. Veeramani, said, central and state governments should clearly take criminal actions against them. The crores of property they have earned through crooked means should be confiscated. This is a statement made way back on 12th April of 2010. And that is really the evidence of what would be done by the governments in the months and the years to come. Today, as we look back, the reigning emperor of 19 ancient spiritual kingdoms, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, if one sees the massive destruction caused from its very roots to all these ancient spiritual kingdoms and enlightenment ecosystems, if one just quantifies, it comes to a whopping 27 million US dollars, not considering the historical value associated with them, which obviously is priceless. So it is a massive destruction meant on all levels, right from the extermination of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through various assassination attempts, including in illegal custody, as right up to destruction of the enlightenment ecosystems themselves. Besides the massive destruction done in physical body and in spirit to all the followers, the monastic disciples, including the female monks of the Nithyananda order.
Following the statement of the Chief Minister, the very next day, on 4th of March 2010, the State Police of Tamil Nadu filed fabricated accusations on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, charging him under the section IPC 376. Without mentioning anybody as the victim of rape, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued to hound by the police of 3 states, the Neo-Hindutva media and the state intelligence for months. Please understand, he was hounded by police of 3 states, the Neo-Hindutva media and the state intelligence for months. Within days, more than 50 ASMT temples and monasteries in different cities were attacked simultaneously and rapidly. Some were even set on fire and shut down by the atheist militants aiding the state police. See, the unabated decade-old genocide on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism comprised of over 70 assassination attempts, over 250 sexual assaults on him and the ASMT monks and disciples, lawfare of over 120 false cases over 10 years, and then massive hate propaganda in electronic media for over 14,000 hours. And then the print media of over 25,000 articles in 5 years, the destruction of heritage properties worth over 27 million USD, and then the continuing ethnocide and genocide of over 80 million Hindus worldwide since 7 centuries. And now, after this huge hate speech, lawfare that he went through, on 2nd March 2010, 11 years later, on same 2nd March 2021, these anti-Hindu elements and Neo-Hindutva groups have actually launched a bio-war on him and his community. We'll watch this segment. We'll have a short break before we get into the details of how these anti-Hindu elements launched a bio-war, seeds of terrorism on the Adi Kailasa ship, which is the last lamp for Hinduism.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you.
See, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now, let us look into what did these anti-Hindu militant terrorist forces do when they had to launch the biowar, the seeds of terrorism, on the Adi Kailasa ship, the last lamp for Hinduism. They have actually deployed biowar agents on Adi Kailasa ship, the last hope for India to survive the COVID-19.
Just to give a little recap, actually, one of the many attempts on the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was way back in 2012. Yes, that's right, 9 years back, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was attempted to be exterminated by nothing less than the most lethal bioweapon, anthrax. Yes, you heard it right. Anthrax letter bomb was what was attempted on his life. Literally, one of the anti-Hindu terrorist militant elements in the form of a media mafia person, one of the chief reporters of one of the television channels, state-run television channels, one of the local Kannada channels, Suvarna TV, they sent their chief reporter with an anonymous package, a pretty huge one. At that one can see over here the picture of the same. He came right up to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as he was addressing a press conference to clear with complete legal evidence as to why the charges on him were absolutely baseless, false, and ridiculous, because the false case that was framed against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism alleged that he had apparently abused a so-called woman whose name was not mentioned. There was no victim name, no complaint. There was nothing to support the so-called case against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Yet, the case was kept alive by the vested interests, the anti-Hindu terrorist militants who wanted to ensure that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is not exonerated from these false charges, so that they could keep on illegally arresting him repeatedly till they were successful in attempting to, successful in exterminating him, either directly in the name of so-called mob lynching or by exterminating him through an extrajudicial assassination that would be conducted on him in the illegal police custody. So one of these attempts included this shocking attempt to assassinate him with an anthrax letter bomb. What you see that man holding over there is an anonymous package. And when that package was actually received by one of the secretaries of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in an attempt, obviously, to save the life of Bhagwan himself, the secretary took over the package, and when he took the package and opened it to see what the contents were, the bomb, that anthrax letter bomb, did its lethal impact. And today, that secretary still carries the physical marks of the same in the form of multiple health problems, which are evident in his life, both physically as well as in his respiratory system. So that was 9 years back when they tried to assassinate the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through continue to serve the humanity, Indians at large, through the Adi Kailasa ship, in spite of the anti-Hindu militants having driven him away from that very Adi Kailasa ship. Today, yet the attempts to exterminate that Adi Kailasa ship, that the only one which can save humanity from this ongoing pandemic, which is going to only get worse as the months come, it still continues in the form of the biowar. 2021, as we speak, what happened? We can just take a look at that for us to understand the relentless attempts to destroy all the humanitarian, spiritual, religious services being done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in order to revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma in all its glory and tradition, for nothing less, nothing more than bringing peace, bliss, harmony to the planet Earth, and to cause the quantum leap to superconsciousness for which humanity is actually poised for, had it not been for these anti-Hindu terrorist militants who do not want to make this happen, because their stranglehold on the entire planet would then be eliminated.
Now, what are these seeds of terrors, a biowar weapon that was launched on the AK ship? So these seeds of terror, a bioweapon, it is actually a recent international phenomena where anonymous seed packages are being sent to various people all around the world, especially in USA, UK, and 3 other countries. And on 31st July 2020, the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, APHIS, of US Department of Agriculture, in a statement had said that the main concern is that these seeds can introduce damaging pests or diseases that could literally harm the agriculture. India is also on the target list. On 31st of July 2020, senior Indian government officials said that China has advanced scientific capabilities to do such an attack on Indian soil too. The conspiracy was revealed in detail prior on 4th August 2020. So these anonymous seed packages, they contain the terror weapon, so which will literally harm the entire community. And on exactly on 2nd March 2020, such an anonymous seed package was delivered to the Adi Kailasa.
What do these seeds of terror contain? There were a number of questions that we received the last time we shared this, about this bio war being unleashed on Adi Kailash. There were very many letters and messages, telephone calls expressing their concern and wanting to help save the Adi Kailasa ship, and in that context asking the details of what really these bio weapons or this bio war is all about. The seeds have multifarious ways in which they attack actually. One is on the ecosystem itself, because when the seeds are planted, they grow practically faster than weeds, and they suck up all the nutrition in the ground, so that the ground is left really depleted, not only of the natural resources, but even the water table itself. There are very many kinds of seeds which have been known to have been sent to various countries for doing this particular damage. Needless to say, the Adi Kailasa spiritual enlightenment ecosystem is rich, not only in terms of its flora and fauna, but also the very ground which is blessed by the feet of Bhagavan, having touched the sacred soil, literally every inch of it. And the soil carrying the rich nutrition of being able to produce all the various rare Ayurvedic herbs, the Siddha medicines, all the herbs which are recommended in naturopathy, practically even the immunity boosters which are required for supplementing the human immune system, which is the need of the hour today. So on one hand is the threat to the entire physical ecosystem. On the other hand, also, these seeds have been known to cause a number of life-threatening diseases into the people, into the society. So there are many theories about these seeds. Obviously, we do not want to know by experience what the seeds which were sent to Adi Kailasa were. Maybe they could have been a mixture of all of these, because as we were sharing, right from the time of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism entering his public life, there have been very shocking, blatant attempts to exterminate him and his mission. And there's not one or two layered, it is always a multi-layered attack, so that there's almost like, if one plan fails, what is the backup plan and the backup to that backup to ensure that their mission is achieved. So going on the same lines, these seeds which were used for launching the bio war on the Adi Kailasa ship would definitely be multi-layered themselves. By the grace of Bhagavan and Devi Parashakti, however, Adi Kailasa ship still stands tall, opening its gates to the people at large in the face of this bio war also.
The Adi Kailasa temple monastery complex, in the first segment, we saw how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has created this, is founded and established this with utmost care and compassion to save the humanity from the ongoing COVID. And though Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, was driven out of the ship, it is his compassion for the humanity that he offered. He opened this home to all the people, even in this deadliest COVID pandemic. Yet the attempts to exterminate him and his mission of establishing the love, justice, and compassion of Sanatana Hindu Dharma continues. 11 years after the deadly ethnocide on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Hinduism itself, on the very same day, on 2nd of March 2021, yet another deadly war is launched. This time, it is much more severe. It is actually a bio war. These mysterious packages of seeds that has been sent to Adi Kailasa, the headquarters of the eastern headquarters of the mission of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and a home to rare, powerful healing center in the form of Anandalinga, 21 feet Nithyananda Linga, made of 1008 Ayurvedic herbs 12 years back and ripening fully this coming to Guru Purnima 2021. At the stage when the Anandalingam is coming to its full ripening form that is going to serve as a healing for protecting people from COVID. At this stage, the anti-Hindu elements and Neo Hindutva groups have launched this deadly by war against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his mission. The Department of Customs sent a letter in May 2021 about the pickup of the seeds package. Unaware of the sinister conspiracy, the Adinam authorities wrote to the Customs Department that they are not aware of this and had not ordered any such package. You can see the evidence of the item being received, the tracking consignment from the Department of Post. This is from the Customs.
This is the envelope which contains the letter which was sent by the Customs Department to the Adi Kailasa Adinam, and that mentioned that this particular seeds package has been received and asking Adi Kailasa authorities to explain what is the seeds that they had ordered for, and unaware of the sinister conspiracy, the Adinam authorities actually wrote a simple reply to the Customs Department that they were not aware of or not had ordered any such package of seeds. Why would the Adinam order for seeds when Adi Kailasa is lush and plush with organic farming and the seeds required for the same already being available at the Adinam? It was not even a requirement. And there was definitely no need to import any so-called seeds. So here is a copy of the letter that was sent by the Adinam authorities referring to the parcel containing the seeds. And also the Adinam authorities suspected that this might be another attack on the Adinam, and so a sentence was clearly added to the reply to the Customs Department saying, this appears in fact to be a ploy to put us in some problem or the other. So expressing their concern that and requesting the authorities to do the needful with the parcel, as it is not something that the Adinam had instantiated any import of.
You can see the letter from the Deputy Commissioner of City Customs. Now, these militant groups have been sending these unsolicited plant seed packets that arrive from unknown locations as biowar weapons. Now, what is the impact of this biowar? It facilitates the depopulation and genocide. The genocide that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his community has been facing for more than a decade. This bioterrorism facilitates that particular genocide. Hunger and food insecurity issues, like the community of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has already been made to starve in 2010 by anti-Hindu elements freezing the bank accounts. To do this bioterrorism and cause the hunger and food insecurity issues to the entire community of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and spread this illness, spread the wild illness. On one hand, when Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is opening the doors of Kailasa to heal the whole world from the effects of pandemic, these anti-Hindu elements and the Neo-Hindutva groups want to spread illness in the gated Kailasas of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Actually, in June 2015, India had ratified the Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention, BTWC, and pledged to abide by its obligation. Despite this, the package was pushed on the monastery of the officials in violation of the Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention. The main motive behind such deadly genocidal attempts on the Supreme Pontiff of Hindu scale disruption to the humanitarian services that is spearheaded by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through Kailasa, and to combat the COVID-19. By launching this biowar, unknown diseases, which no medical or agricultural authority can handle, are being inflicted on the community. So despite the fact that India had ratified the Biological and Toxin Weapons and pledged to abide by its obligations, the package was pushed onto the monastery of the officials in violation to Article 1 and 3 of the Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention. Here you can see very clearly what is Article 1, 2, 3 and how it is a violation to what the authorities have done onto the AK ship, which is the only hope for the Indians and the humanity to protect themselves from COVID. So to put an end to this persecution, we humbly pray for the universal, absolute and non-derogable prohibition of torture and ill treatment against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasians and the Hindu diaspora worldwide. And moreover, at this stage, if you are somebody who is suffering from feeling protected at this environment, especially when the whole world is suffering with COVID in India, especially there are so many suburbs completely being quarantined because they don't have any medical infrastructure to protect you. If you are one such person, you have this opportunity to join us in the COVID care centers in Adi Kailasa. We welcome each and every person. We will do everything that we can to support you, to elevate you spiritually, and to ensure that the right infrastructure, right medical infrastructure is provided to you. So we invite everybody to come and be safe in this COVID-19. We'll go to the next segment, which is the Bhava Samadhi preparation segment. We'll have a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda. Now, as we are inching closer to the sacred space of Devi Parashakti herself, let's get ready with the Bhava Samadhi Darshan preparation. Let's understand the space that we are creating. With Bhava Samadhi Darshan, manifesting the divine with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So ensure that you are following all the important cautions. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is sourced in the Malini Vijayottaya Tantra from verse 60. The verse meaning goes, by the enlightened teachings of the Guru Kathana, by the Shaktipada, and the transmission of spiritual powers, just by looking at the deity or by complete loving favor of the Guru, the prasad, the ultimate goal and space, the Parama Padam, is attained. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, it is a darshan that happens at the moment when we are lifted out of space and time. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through the meditation on the avatar. The brain neurons mirror, activate, and process all of the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without any physical act of imitation. That is, our body is silently and without any movement at all, recreating what is happening distances far away and experiencing the superconscious energy of the avatar. The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance. It's a phenomenon that modern science is just discovering in terms of quantum tunneling. Our thoughts per second reduce significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughts or thoughtlessness, being mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality. We and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. As a particle, these all are described very detailedly in science. It is the probability of quantum particle like electron with less kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of an energy barrier. An electron acts both as a wave and as a particle. Imagine a scenario. What happens when an electron with less kinetic energy is approaching a hill? Will the electron be able to cross over the potential energy or the peak of the hill? As a particle, if you see, the electron will require higher kinetic energy to cross over the potential energy of the hill, or it will roll back. However, as a wave, the electron has the ability to pass through to the other side by propagating itself through the hill and going to the other side. We are seeing some diagrams here also. The science of quantum tunneling is the same science imposed on people who witness the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. This is because our neurons are able to mirror the neurons of the divine immediately. Through quantum tunneling, we are able to travel through the divine energy and mirror the exact same neurons. So let's enter into this segment on the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhagavan Krishna describes the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. When Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jeweled wall, he was amazing and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing in this deep and indescribable sweetness is mine. Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness. In the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika." And this is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is the science of the Nijavatara, manifesting Paramashiva, the consciousness, the formless, which is expressing as the being of Paramashiva through the Divya Sarira, the light body, and manifesting as Nijavatar, the physical form, the embodied form, for us to experience Paramashiva. Once again, from Malini Vijayottara Tantra, verse 60, it describes how By the enlightened teachings of the Guru, the Katana, by the Shaktipada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers from the Guru, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by complete loving favor of the Guru, the Prasad, the ultimate goal and space, the Paramapadam, is attained. And here we're seeing the Devi Parashakti expressing through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifesting as the Nijavatar physical form of Devi Meenakshi. And Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses through the being of Subramanya and manifests as the Nijavatar, the physical form, Bhagavan Muruga. Bhagavan Paramashiva expresses the being of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and manifests as the Nijavatar physical form, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. And in these pictures, you're able to see the deity of Parandhama expressing the being of Mahavishnu and manifesting as the Nijavatar in the physical form, Bhagavan Venkateshwara. The Archavatar, or the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation, the being of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. The avatar, who is embodied in the physical form, comes down to bridge the gap and create an experience of superconscious energy inside of all of us. When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nijavatar manifesting beings from various multi-dimensions of the universe in front of us, wherever we are, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened inside of us. So let's now enter into the dimensions of Paramashiva manifesting in Nijavatar for us to experience the same, the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The Bhava Samadhi Darshan is directing the experience of costlessness. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of the existence. Our very muscles learn to imitate and radiate the muscles of Paramashiva. And the Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand and imbibe. Even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness during Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And to have a glimpse of, have the darshan of the avatar cleanses lifetimes of karma and creates a deep and lasting transformation inside of all of us that we really want. So what is the space that we should approach the Bhava Samadhi Darshan for the most benefit? It is gratitude. Gratitude enables us the consciousness on all levels, physiological and ultimately conscious level. The darshan meditation as a preparation helps us fall into a space of gratitude, and it is during that time we drop conscious resolutions, the satya sankalpa of anything we want in or need in our life. Be ready to reflect the consciousness of Paramashiva, and that is all you need to manifest the best for your life and lives of the people around you. The right context to receive the darshan is simply stating, I know you are the source of everything, Bhagavan. You are everything and you are the embodiment, you are expressing to the embodiment of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and you are in this body. You are the source of both. Let me connect with you. Reveal yourself to me, and let me be in a Bhava Samadhi of you. So right now, take a few minutes to set up for the Panchopachara Puja, which is a very brief Hindu ritual. You can use these items, the sandalwood paste, flowers, incense, lamp, or the food offering. And You can offer this Panchopachara Puja to offer your gratitude at the feet of Devi Parashakti as she opens her sacred presence to all of us. Before we are going into the sacred presence of Devi Parashakti, we will chant the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has blessed the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra as the initiation or the Diksha that transmits energy to experience and express powers in the form of the sacred mantras. Just like how the avatar transmits powers or energy through the nayana, the look, or the sparsha. Similarly, the avatar births himself through this Paramashiva Dhyana mantra and expresses itself through you. All his shaktis, all his energy, everything is made available to you. And anyone to whom this mantra is chanted will be able to create in their lives tremendous amount of prosperity, wealth, happiness in their family and relationships, and ultimately oneness with the divine. Today, we are offering the prayers to Devi Parashakti on behalf of all of you, for all of you who are undergoing so many different hardships in your life. The Devi energy of Devi Parashakti will ultimately heal and transform and make a breakthrough in your life. Today we are offering the prayers of the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra for all of those who are healing from COVID-19 or suffering the symptoms of COVID virus. We're offering the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra for supporting and healing the family members of those who have people within their family or close to them who are suffering with the illness. We're offering the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra for all of the orphaned children who have become orphaned over the last 1 year due to the coronavirus pandemic. We're offering prayers on behalf of the people across the world who are aching to be with their loved ones, though they cannot travel or be with them as they lose their lives. We're offering prayers for bringing relief and rejuvenating energy for all of the healthcare workers who are on the front line right now and battling the coronavirus. We're offering the prayers of the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra for all of the workers who are continuously working in the funeral pyres and the cremation grounds. We're also offering prayers for cleansing the river Ganga from the infection and disease bodies that are raging through it. We're offering prayers today for all of the victims of the religious and territorial wars that are ongoing across the world. We're offering prayers today for healing and ultimately empowering the falling economy of the world, especially in India. And we're offering prayers today for all of the healing of psychological, mental, physical problems come about from the COVID pandemic. Today we're offering prayers for minimizing the effects of the pandemic fatigue for all of you, making and giving hope to continue going on in life and never giving up on that energy. We're offering prayers today for all of the essential workers right now who are risking their lives in order to bring medical supplies and so on to each and every one. Today we're offering prayers for supporting all those who have family members who are struggling to get oxygen and other material for their family members who are suffering with COVID. We're offering prayers today with the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra for slowing the effects of the third and fourth wave of the coronavirus. We're also offering prayers of the Paramashivoham mantra on behalf of all of those who are affected by the biological, nuclear, and chemical warfare which is ongoing across the world. We're offering prayers for healing people with disabilities who are not able to fend for themselves, survive during this COVID pandemic. We're offering prayers today for empowering women who are undergoing the exaggerated effects of the COVID pandemic. We're offering healing for all of the people to have a beautiful relationship with the cosmic mother, Devi Parashakti. We're offering healing and prayers for all of those who are undergoing so much hardship, even being killed at the hands of corrupt authorities. We're offering prayers for healing and empowering the women of the world with divine feminine consciousness. We're offering prayers today for healing any related issues with family issues or relationship problems. And ultimately, we are offering our prayers on behalf of the whole world to connect with the cosmic mother. So let us now enter into the Paramashivoham mantra, sit with a deep space of gratitude and receiving, and
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let us now enter into the Paramashivoham mantra.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Okay, let's now enter into the Paramashivoham mantra.
Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Vim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Om Shivaya Namaha. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham
तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलम् सर्वदी साक्षिभूतम् भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. I surrender to that Sadguru, who is the eternal bliss, who is the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called the Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Let's now enter into the conscious resolution. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of the sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Mamopata Samasta Gurudakshaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham. I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya, who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, the Lord of the universes and multiverses, who is the Lord of the cosmos. Sakala Jagat Shrishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya, the one who does the five cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. Adimadhyantaragithasya aprameya parakramasya tattvarthagocarasya, the one who is the beginning, middle and end, the one who is immeasurable. Akara ukara makaratmaka pranavatmakasya rishabharudasya mahadevasya, the one who is the embodiment of the akara, ukara, makara and the omkara, the one who is the rider of the bull vehicle, the one who is Mahadeva himself. Kamikadivatulanta Mahatantrakya Shaivagamaswarupasya Sakala Nigamagamaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Akandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Prityartham शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभयने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ. During the auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, in the subcontinent called Bharatakhanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shakayara, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice, of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on this auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, the Vedic star, during the auspicious Yoga and the auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment.
Adi Kailase Kalparikshasya Dhaha Nithyanandanagare Smrita Smritana Muktidayake Mahakshetre. Now, we request all the participants, if you are offering this for someone else or for yourself, if you're offering this for male, kindly chant the names now. Namadheyasya. We request all the participants
if you are offering for yourself or if you're offering for someone else, but if you are offering for a female, please chant the names of the female participants now.
Namnyaha cha yajamanaanamavayoho sahakutumbana bandhuvarganam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham.
For all those who are participants, hosts and me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone.
सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वमङ्गलवाप्त्यर्थं उत्तरोत्तरणवच्छिन्न स्थिरलक्ष्मी प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth.
कुटुम्बे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्त्यर्थम्.
Let the family always have all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled.
समेषाम् आदिव्याधिनिवृत्त्यर्थं समेषां चिरादिपादपर्यन्तं विद्यमानानां समेषु अङ्गेषु जनितजनिष्यमान सकलविध नानाविधरोगाणां व्यपोहार्थं तद्वारा रोगदृढगात्रवपुः सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let all the chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained.
समेषां परे कर्तृभिश्च कृतकरिष्यमान सकलविध मन्त्र तन्त्र यन्त्र विषचूर्णाभिचार स्तम्भन मारण उच्चाटन विद्वेषण वशीकरणादि मान्त्रिक प्रयोगेभ्यः रक्षण प्राप्त्यर्थं तद्वारा समेषां सर्वाभीष्ट सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let the protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the use of mantras, yantras, tantras, poisonous spells, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea or upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc.
अपमृत्यु दोष निवृत्त्यर्थं काल मृत्यु अकाल मृत्यु दुर्मृत्यु निवृत्त्यर्थं.
Let all the doshas and ill effects related to death like destined death, unnatural death and fatal death be removed.
समेषाम् अन्तर्दृष्टि बहिर्दृष्टि क्रूरदृष्टि व्यापारदृष्टि अनुकूलदृष्टि प्रतिकूलदृष्टि इत्यादि सकलविध दृष्टदोषनिवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of the evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty-filled eyes, effects of evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are our well-wishers, and effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed.
समेषाम् अन्तःशत्रु बहिःशत्रु क्रूरशत्रु व्यापारशत्रु अनुकूलशत्रु प्रतिकूलशत्रु इत्यादि सकलविध शत्रुबाधा निवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let all the effects of the inner enemies and outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, and enemies who work against our well-being be removed.
समेषां मातृशापादि सकलविध शापानां व्यपोहार्थम्.
Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed.
अनादि अविद्यावासनया प्रवर्तमाने अस्मिन् महति संसार चक्रे विचित्राभिः कर्मगतिभिः विचित्रासु योनिषु पुनः पुनः अनेकधा जनित्वा.
From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange.
समेषाम् इह जन्मनि पूर्वजन्मनि जन्म जन्मान्तरेषु सर्वैः कृतानां शिवनिन्दा देवी निन्दा गुरुनिन्दा दोषव्यपोहार्थम्
शिवापराध
देव्यपराध गुर्वपराध दोषव्यपोहार्थम्.
Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes, offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed.
ब्रह्म हत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुतल्पगमन तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमहापातकादि समस्त पाप व्यतिरिक्तार्थम्.
Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other above mentioned sins be removed.
अपि च सर्वै बाल्ये वयसि कौमारे यौवने वार्धक्ये च.
Let all the karmic effects of the action done as a child, adolescent and youth and as an old age person.
स्वप्न सुषुप्ति अवस्थासु.
Let all the karmic effects of the action done in the wakeful dream and deep sleep state.
कर्मेन्द्रिय ज्ञानेन्द्रिय व्यापारैः संभावितानां.
Let all the sins done through the karmendriyas, the 5 senses, organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excretion, reproductive organs, and the jnanendriyas, the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin.
प्रकाशकृतानां अतिपातकानां उपपातकानां संकलीकरणानां मलिनीकरणानां जात्रीकरणानां जातिभ्रंशकानां प्रकीर्णितानाम् एवं नवानां नवविधानां बहूनां बहुविधानां सर्वेषां पापानां सद्यः.
Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, the minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sin and 9 types of sins, and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly.
अपनोदनद्वारा समस्तमङ्गलप्राप्त्यर्थं शिवभक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरुभक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवत्व परमशिवस्थिति परमशिवशक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम्.
Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all the auspiciousness and let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva and powers of Paramashiva be obtained.
कुटुम्बे सर्वदा सन्मङ्गलप्राप्त्यर्थम् अन्योन्यप्रेमाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं पूर्णत्वसिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वापनिवृत्त्यर्थम्.
Let the whole family always be showered with all the auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed.
क्षिप्रारोग्यवाप्त्यर्थम् आयुर्भिवृद्ध्यर्थम् पूर्णत्वसिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वापनिवृद्ध्यर्थम्.
Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed.
व्यापारे उद्योगे च सर्वजनवशीकरणार्थं तद्वारा उन्नतोन्नतस्थानप्राप्त्यर्थम्.
Let your charisma impress everyone in the business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position.
बहुधन सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थं गृह कनक पशुपुत्र पौत्र धन धान्य सौख्य प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life.
भूम्यन्तरिक्षे आदित्यादीनां नवानां ग्रहाणां दोषपीडा
Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed. Let auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets.
भूम्यन्तरिक्षे विद्यमान भूत प्रेत पिशाच राक्षस ब्रह्म राक्षस वेताल कूष्माण्ड डाकिनी शाकिनी इत्यादि सर्वारिष्ट निवारणार्थम्.
Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on the planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Pushmanda, the class of demons, Dakini, little devils, Shakini, the kind of female demon, be removed. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed.
प्रारब्धे कर्मणि करिष्यमाणे कर्मणि आदिदैविक आदिभौतिक आध्यात्मिक विघ्न निवारणार्थ.
Let all the obstacles be removed with regards to action done or going to be done related to God, word and spirituality.
निवारणार्थं धनलक्ष्मी धान्यलक्ष्मी संतानलक्ष्मी सौभाग्यलक्ष्मी विद्यालक्ष्मी शौर्यलक्ष्मी वीरलक्ष्मी विजयलक्ष्मी इत्यादि अष्टलक्ष्मी परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम.
Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhanalakshmi, wealth, Dhanya-lakshmi, food and grain, Santana-lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya-lakshmi, fortune, Vidya-lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya-lakshmi, bravery, Veera-lakshmi, heroism, Vijaya-lakshmi, success be bestowed.
परीक्षासु उन्नत स्थाने विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं सर्व विद्या पारंगता सिद्ध्यर्थं मेधा शक्ति ग्रहण शक्ति अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं.
Let the top rank be obtained in the examinations. Let the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge. Let the memory power, understanding ability be increased.
इत्यादि सकलविध सन्मंगलानि गुरुकृपा कटाक्षेन प्राप्त्यर्थम्.
By the grace of Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon.
श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ़.
The one who has ascended the Mathura Shamala Peetham, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa.
Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Gurumanya Tulyavatara.
The one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva and the young boy.
दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवर्त्र.
The gem among gurus and the unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas.
करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती.
The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by the musical instruments, Ambarla Chambaram, the sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the signs of enlightenment and been accepted by all kings as a supreme ruler. The shower of Videha Mukti and the immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people. The one who creates bliss, protecting leader, the roaring lion and the trumpeting young elephant for other religions.
शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् वृषभ ध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ.
The Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru of the Pandya, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes the utter darkness of delusion, the one who installed the Rishama flag, the creator and the reviver of Shaivism.
सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who is the ruler of the Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, both avatar of such above are mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Sri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundara Manikya Vachakar Swami, oh, the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamalapita Mahasamsthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, oh, the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana.
अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogi.
कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान.
The one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita as the 233rd pontiff in the lineage of Kailasa.
नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ
The creator of the Nithyananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasamhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festive and having the attractive energy of enriching.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनुइक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्री रामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर.
The 1008 Sri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila.
साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर.
The 1008 Sri Atala Pitaadhishwara of Atala Pita, which has an unbroken lineage of pontiffs starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Kanas and who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself.
धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान.
The 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Swarna Pita.
कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैथ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद जगत गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम.
The one who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and Parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in super consciousness.
तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरु कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजां प्रार्थनां करिष्ये. ओम आनंदगंधनिलयाय नमः. ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः. ओम कल्पतरवे नमः. ॐ पशुपतये नमः। ॐ पाशविमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः। ॐ भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः। ॐ आधिव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः। ॐ समस्तकल्याणगुणान्विताय नमः। ॐ विडदिपुरीशाय नमः। ॐ श्रीकैलासपतये नमः। ॐ शिवशक्त्यैक्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः। ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम। Now we are going to be chanting the stotram to connect with Devi Parashakti. शब्द ब्रह्ममयी चराचरमयी ज्योतिर्मयी वाङ्मयी नित्यानन्दमयी निरञ्जनमयी तत्त्वमयी चिन्मयी तत्त्वातीतमयी परात्परमयी मायामयी श्रीमयी सर्वैश्वर्यमयी सदाशिवमयी मां पाहि मीनाम्बिके। Be pleased to protect me, O Mother Meenakshi, who is the form of eternal sound, who is the living and non-living, who is the light and the speech, who is always filled with happiness and is without any stain, who is the meaning of philosophy, who is the ultimate truth beyond reasons and theories, who is the knowledge beyond knowledge, who is the enchantress as well as Mahalakshmi, who is full of all types of wealth, who is the perennial Lord Shiva. I bow down to Mother Meenakshi.
Now, let's get ready for the darshan. We will now be entering into the meditation, and after the meditation, we will be entering into the Panchopachara Puja. So, please be ready to offer the Panchopachara Puja at the end of the meditation. Please sit straight and close your eyes. Inhale and exhale as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. Bring your awareness to your breathing as you inhale, exhale. Just visualize the beautiful form of Devi Parashakti. Visualize her form from head till toe. The very darshan of whom brings immense completion, fulfillment, removes us from all the sorrow, pain, fills us with fulfillment, completion, joy, happiness, peace, makes us experience the space of Paramashanta Swarupa. Devi Parashakti, Manonmani, Parashodasi, Paramashakti is coming down from Kailasa just to bless us, to shower us with the home, to protect us all from what is happening, to protect us all from the collective negativity. Intensely connect with Devi Parashakti as we all chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. As you connect with her, in the space of deep love, devotion, gratitude. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. And as you are chanting and connecting with this, just visualize a beautiful form. The beautiful compassionate eyes. Just the three eyes of this. The beautiful enchanting form. The love that exudes from the eyes of Devi. The compassionate glance which burns all our karmas and completions. Just connect to the very form of Devi Parashakti. The bow, the sugar cane in our hands, the arrow on the other hand. Visualize the beautiful form of Devi Parashakti, the beautiful jewels that Devi is wearing, the beautiful haras that she is wearing, the beautiful necklaces that Devi Parashakti is wearing. Just visualize that form. Intensely connect with the form of Devi Parashakti. Manonmani, Parashodasi, Paramashakti, who is happening today on the planet Earth. Just to bless each and every one of us. Connect with Devi Parashakti. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Connect with her in the space of deep love, devotion, and gratitude. She is our cosmic, she is our mother. How do you connect with your mother? Just connect with the cosmic mother. Just she is your very mother. She is here to protect us all, to shower us with all the boons, blessings, remove all our incompletions, pains, sufferings, whatever you may have. Now is the time to let the mother take care of ourselves. Take care of our lives. Remove all the pain and suffering. Intensely chant the Mahavakya as you connect to Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Connect to Devi Paramashivoham. Chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda
Paramashivoham.
Just see the beautiful form of Devi Parashakti.
Paramashivoham.
Compassionate eyes. The moon on the boat on the jatas. The loving, compassionate eyes of Devi Parashakti. The bone and the sugar cane on the right hand. Having the arrow on the left hand. A beautiful necklace around the neck. A kasamala of gold coins on the chest. Strung in beautiful red pearls. The very body just radiating joy. The very body radiating the intense of consciousness which awakens the kundalini in each and every one of us. The enchanting smile, the compassionate eyes. Just visualize, intensely visualize the darshan, the very beautiful form of Devi Parashakti. The love of the mother, the embrace of the mother. the compassion of the moment. Intensely connect with the Divine Mother. As we are all getting ready to have the light darshan of Parashakti herself. Intensely chant the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The Mahavakya helps us connect with Devi Parashakti in the space of deep oneness. So intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Visualize form of Devi Parashakti. You can see the picture that's projected on the screen. And connect with her. Experience the deep completion with the Cosmic Mother, which completes every aspect of you, because she is the source of all of us. We all came from her. I'm going to go back and merge in her. Just know very clearly, she is coming down all the way from Kailasa, just to give darshan, blessings, food, remove all the pain and suffering. So intensely connect with her. Melt yourself in a space of deep devotion, gratitude and surrender. Sincerely offer your prayers to her. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to manifest, sincerely offer your prayers to her. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely connect with Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Connect with the Divine Mother. Just feel her compassion, her love. She is coming down on Kailasa just to bless you, just so that we can have her darshan. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Melt yourself in the space of deep devotion, love and gratitude.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
With your whole being, just melt in her love. Call out for the Divine Mother inside of you. Call out for her. Cry out for her. Let her know that you are intensely yearning for the darshan. Can't be anymore. Intensely call out to the Divine Mother.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now give a gap. Continue to chant. Let your whole being reverberate with the chanting. Talk to the mother as you are meditating. Talk to her. Feel her presence.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda
Let your heart melt.
Paramashivoham.
Let your eyes fall. Let every cell in your body intensely run for the blessings, the grace.
Nithyananda
Let your whole being intensely run for the darshan of the Divine Mother, Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Connect to her. Talk to her. She's coming down. She's listening to every word that's going on inside her. She's listening to all your prayers. Whatever you want, just talk to her and ask for her. Pray to her for her to bless you with what you want. In the dimension of health, wealth, relationship, career, business, whatever field or dimension you want the blessings of the Divine Mother. Talk to her. Pray to her.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Continue to connect with the Divine Mother. Just pray to her. Converse with her. Feel her presence.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely chant the Maha Mantra.
Paramashivoham.
eagerly await the darshan of Devi.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Just visualize her beautiful form.
Nithyananda
And connect with it.
Paramashivoham.
What is it that you would like to? What is it that you would like to ask her? Converse with her. Feel her presence. Feel her physical presence in your life.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Remember all the blessings you received from Devi since the time she started doing the Aakashic readings. Remember all the revelations that Devi has given to the world. Remember all the questions that you have posted for Devi Parashakti, which she answered verbally. Many she may have not answered verbally, but have answered in your inner space. Offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti.
Paramashivoham.
From the bottom of your heart, sincerely, with full intention, offer your gratitude to Devi.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let it go in. Feel the gratitude. Thank you, Devi, for happening in our lives again and again and again, and showering us and blessing us with all the auspiciousness in the world. Thank you for happening in our lives. I don't know what I have done to receive your darshan. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. Thank you for blessing us all with your darshan. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. Intensely connect with Devi.
Paramashivoham.
Let's get ready to receive our darshan.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Continuing to chant the Mahavakya. So you need any moment now to have the darshan of Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Intensely chant Mahavakya. As we connect with Devi Parashakti, Parashodasi,
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
continue to chant the Mahavakya. To receive the darshan of Devi
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.